The headlines. Bandits kill 15 people in 3 local government areas in Kaduna State. Abuja-Kaduna train service resumes Monday, November 28th. Adamawa Governor Ahmad Fintiri acknowledges Senator Binani's victory at the courts, vows to beat her at the polls. And on the foreign scene, Prime Minister says army foils coup bid in Sao Tome. Hello and welcome to Trans TV News Update. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Hello and welcome once again. Now, suspected bandits have killed at least 15 villagers in 3 local government areas in Kaduna State. 11 residents were killed at Giwa local government, while 2 were killed each in Kajuru and Birnungwari local government areas. The attack in Giwa, where 11 people died, happened on Friday evening, but details of the incidents remain sketchy at the time of filing this report. But the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs in the state, Samuel Arwan, confirmed the killings. In a statement issued on Friday, Arwan noted that the state government sent its condolences to the families of the victims. The federal government says train services on the Abuja-Kaduna rail line will reopen on Monday. Spokesman for the Nigeria Railway Corporation, Yakub Mahmoud, disclosed this to our correspondent on Saturday. He said ahead of the resumption on Monday, the NRC will release further details on the operations on Sunday to the public. Recall that the Minister of Transportation, Muazu Jaji Sambu, had announced that the train service will resume this month. He had also said the train service will resume only when adequate security had been put in place. And some of the new security measures to be ready ahead of the resumption is the installation of real-time monitoring surveillance equipment on the corridor. And to Katsina State now, where fire has gutted dozens of shops, warehouses and property worth millions of naira at the Katsina Central Market. Abdullahi Ahmadi, who visited the market, reports that bundles of textile materials, rubber mats, shoes and food items were among the items burnt to ashes during the midnight inferno. The report.
During a visit to the scene of the fire incident, traders were spotted trying to clear rubble and ashes from their burnt-down shops, trying to see if there is anything salvageable. Fire outbreaks at the Fatima Baker Central Market, Katsina, is like a yearly occurrence. It could be recalled in 2021, hundreds of millions of naira worth of property were destroyed in the fire. This time, the fire was said to have occurred at midnight when most of the traders have closed for business. Traders are, however, putting the blame on electrical faults, saying frequent light outages and irregular voltage were responsible for the incident. All these shops have gone. Nothing was saved here. I was at home when a friend told me that a fire outbreak has burnt down several shops in the market at night. This incident is a predestination from God, and I accepted it in good faith. All the affected shops and the warehouse were filled to capacity with goods worth millions of naira. It was just last year, hundreds of shops were gutted in this market. In this warehouse alone, property worth hundreds of millions of naira belonging to over 200 traders were destroyed. Though the State Fire Service Department is making efforts to respond to the various fire incidences on good time, traders believed many shops would have been saved if the fire service officials responded immediately.
This Fatima Baker Central Market fire incident, we did all what we can do without a waste of time. Even though some people may like to see we found ourselves near or close to the market. Yes, of course, but we have to consider the season and the frequent fire outbreaks.
Fire incidences could only be prevented and reduced to the barest minimum if traders are fully sensitized on the need to switch off all electrical appliances before leaving the market. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Cross Television News, Katsina.
And to politics now, where the governor of Adamawa State, Ahmed Fintiri, has reacted to the success of Aisha Binani at the Court of Appeal with a promise to defeat her in the general election. Fintiri stated this in Yola, the Adamawa State capital, after the Court of Appeal on Thursday voided the nullification of Adamawa APC governorship primary election that produced Senator Aisha Binani as the candidate of the party. Salis Lawan reports.
It will be recalled that former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Malam Nuhuri Badu, had dragged Binani before the Federal High Court Yola, claiming the party's primary election was marked by irregularities. However, a unanimous decision of the three-man panel, read by Justice Tani Hassan, set aside the judgment of the Federal High Court Yola, which sacked Binani and ordered the APC to resubmit Binani's name to the Independent National Electoral Commission as the governorship candidate. While expressing confidence that he will be victorious in the 2023 general election, Governor Ahmadu Umaru said winning at the Court of Appeal is not enough for Binani and has supporters to celebrate.
And I'm proud of Nigerian judiciary that they are living up to their expectation. They are deepening democracy, and they are fighting forces of anti-democracy in this country. So, and I think we'll continue on that path together. We will make sure that our democracy grow and will make the country better. All right. It is a law that she should be on the ballot. It is also the wish of our party that she should be the one to represent them on the ballot. I've really congratulated her for emerging victorious from yesterday's verdict in the Court of Appeal. But I don't wish her well because she doesn't understand this state and she doesn't have a clear-cut program and policy to develop this state. Thank you.
With the judgment, all eyes are now on the general election, where Binani and Fintiri will slug it out. From Yola, Silas Lawan, Trust TV News.
Meanwhile, supporters of the opposition All Progressives Congress in Bauchi State are optimistic that the party will win all elected positions throughout the state, despite the slow pace of their campaign activities at state level. They made the statement shortly after the inauguration of the Party Campaign Council that will take charge in canvassing for votes for the party in the 2023 general elections. Adam Imam completes the story.
The Campaign Council of the APC in Bauchi State will commence full activities after its inauguration by the leadership of the party in the state. Bigwigs of the party within the state, including the gubernatorial candidate Ambassador Sadiq Baba Abubakar, gathered to witness the event.
We don't even need to call them because they have seen it written boldly on the wall. Many people are not happy with the present administration now because no payment of salary, no payment of gratuity, all the promises been made, there is no single fulfillment of the promise.
You can see the love for APC. PDP came on propaganda. PDP told lies. One of the lies is that they will pay gratuity.
Supporter of the party insists that APC under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari has achieved a lot and are also thrilled about the caliber of the APC governorship candidate in Bauchi. We thought APC government and Buhari is not performing well. Until yesterday, we understood him clearly. With this oil drilling in the northeast by President Buhari, we are proud of him. In fact, any candidate Buhari said we should vote for is final, including our APC governorship candidate. We will vote them 100%.
Bauchi State is an APC state, and it's only there must be something that Bala Mohammed comes to the power. But definitely 2003, we should take our power, which belongs to APC.
In sharp contrast, a loyalist of the People's Democratic Party in the state, Muhammad Lawal, argued that it is the PDP which has transformed the state within a short time, unlike the past APC administration, which had nothing to show in the state. The issue of voting out People's Democratic Party in Bauchi is just a dream by APC or any other political party at the moment. I think it's going to be difficult for them. Even by comparison between the past APC government and the PDP government now, the work embarked by PDP is enough to re-elect them back to power come 2023 in the state. Whether APC, PDP, or the emerging third force political parties in the state, only time will tell. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
You're watching Trust TV News Update. And still ahead. Senior secondary school students invent Android game. Details of this and more after the break. You stay with us.
TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us on Trust TV News Update. Now let's take another look at our top stories. Bandits kill 15 people in 3 local government areas of Kaduna State. And Abuja-Kaduna train service resumes Monday, November 28th. And moving on to other news now. Artisans are starting to experience increased demand for their skills, products and services from consumers and clients as the festive season sets in. For many of these artisans, the capacity to meet up with these demands is simply not there due to a number of factors. Now, Trust TV's Aisha Salihu reports about how artisans struggle to keep up with demands of the festive season.
As the festive period lurks around the corner, most people take a break to relax and celebrate the end of the year. By contrast, the weeks leading up to the festive periods are said to be the most busy ones for artisans.
Every Christmas time, you see different consumers, your customers, they will come and patronize you. They'll buy ready-made clothes for their Christmas occasion, for wedding, for birthday party, get-together, anniversary, and so on, and also burial too. So during season, like from November, December time, we can achieve what we want to achieve from January to November, close to December, which is a Christmas period. So the Christmas period is the time we make more money than other months.
While some customers are not pleased with the work ethics of these artisans, they concede that challenges such as epileptic power supply, lackadaisical attitude to work are among factors that contribute to failure to meet deadlines and deliver on time.
Every year, most disappointments. There are some people that deliver. When you give them, they deliver. But I think majority enough have learned the lesson. So as you're losing customers, you're able to continue disappointing people all the time. I think they are trying their best, but I don't know, maybe their reason is just the generator with this power issue in this country now, and the fuel and all that things, you know. When you don't have it, you won't deliver, because when there is no light, you'll not be able to do anything with your or tailoring work or any other thing.
It has to do a lot of factors. Number one can be the workload. So definitely, because everybody wants to sew a new cloth or buy something new. So these people just accept everything because everyone's looking for money. There's that. Then there's also the constant thing, which for more than 20 years has always been like electricity, lack of proper equipment. So sometimes these people are forced to take in stuff and maybe outsource it. And even while they're even trying to outsource it, it's still difficult to meet up with some clientele.
We all know the stage of the electricity in the country. Maybe it is the issue that he needs to fight. It doesn't have light to do that. And talk about the petrol or diesel, they are all non-expensive.
It boils down to the work ethic, and unfortunately, the businesses of many artisans will not grow because of reluctance to adopt right principles. Some people will simply seek alternatives if an artisan is reputed for tardiness, and such workers invariably will lose out. Aisha Salihu, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Now, science students of a senior secondary school class in Kaduna have invented a mobile game to help them and the public relax and unwind while going about their daily routines. Now, the students say the aim is also to provide an affordable and simple game that could be easily accessed by users. Bella Musa reports.
Mobile games or smartphone games are digital or video games played on a smartphone or other mobile devices. Games are now easily accessible on mobile phones with a large percentage of youth playing them. Mahadi and Abubakar are SS3 science students, and their love for the games motivated them to invent a mobile phone game.
Actually, we both initiated the idea of the game. You know, it was like, and we wanted to make it under the name Royal Gamers Nation as our company name.
You know, the major reason is to provide a cheap, simple game to our peers, and at the same time to serve as a source of income.
When asked about how the idea was conceptualized, Mahadi said it was derived from the games he often played.
There's this company. They're very known for making different games like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Bully, and so on.
As students, coping with daily school routines and low performance of their computers were some of the challenges they faced in the process of inventing the game.
PC, you know, like the space, we had difficulty when we are using the computer. We had difficulty when it came to time management, you know. In school, you know, we had a lot of stuff on our heads. For example, our physics teacher, he wants us to memorize the laws of motions.
The game will be accessed via Play Store. We are working on it right now to make the game available on Play Store. So that process requires some methods that we have to go through, payment, fees, and some documents like that. So We are working on it right now to make the game available for everyone on Play Store, Google Play Store.
And their intention is to crash into you so that you can die. So when you are playing on the phone, use your hand to rotate the analog. This analog, use your hand, is actually more.
They also advise the youth to make use of their talent and become productive to enable them contribute their quota to the development of the nation.
You know, the situation of the country is getting more digitalized, so there's a lot of people I've seen, a lot of my friends I've seen that they have much talent into the software and all that. I think they should take upon that and try to make some revenue and all that. They should focus on their talents, and it mustn't be anything relating to software. It could be fashion design and all that. They should just set in the mind that they can do it.
The nation is in dire need of talented youths. So my advice is for these youths to channel their talents, you know, and put them into productive use.
With support from government, NGOs and individuals, innovations in science and technology by the Nigerian youth will not only make them productive, but also help the nation to bridge the existing skill gaps and help the nation boost its technological drive. Bello Musa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.
A first-class traditional ruler, Emir of Pindiga, Muhammad Sayoji Ahmed, has called on the NNPC Limited and its partners handling the Kolmani Oil River 2 to ensure host communities are given their rights and privileges as stipulated in the Petroleum Industry Act. The first-class traditional ruler, who spoke in an interview with Trust TV at his palace, said the emirate will not condone any discrimination against people of the host community. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
The recent commissioning of oil drilling at the Kolmani River 2 oil well located in Gombe and Bauchi is a delight for the emirate and people of Pindiga, Akwa local government area of Gombe State, where the reserves were also discovered.
We are happy, and I will congratulate the people of the two states, honestly. In fact, I understand that from the perspective of the federal government, their priority is to make sure that this oil has been found, whether it is in whichever state. And that is a very welcome idea, especially in the north. So, thank God, the reason why the whole thing started is now yielding good result.
The Emir of Pindiga said his people want a true reflection of what was specified in the Petroleum Industry Act to be reflected in the agreement between the NNPC Limited and the people of the area as the host communities.
We are saying what we need is a justified method of operating. That issue of local content, we are not going to take it easily. If there is anything the people in the locality can do, there is no point bringing somebody from Port Harcourt or Lagos to come and do it here. Because that's what our people will benefit from. You bring gravels, maybe from Mambila to this place, or you bring sand from far up somewhere.
The Emir, who assured continuous cordial working relationship with the NNPC and its partners, urged his subjects to cooperate with the oil companies for smooth operations.
Oh, the hope of our masses is rising now. They would like to see a reflection in their lifestyle. They would like to see how the development, the operations of those companies will help them. They want to get out of the poverty they are suffering now. They want to get water to drink. They want to have school for their children. They want to have cleaning for their families, and those kind of things. And for the employment of their youth, that's quite essential. But should there be any discrepancies from the part of the companies, then something may arise. If there's any discriminatory or another one-sided employment, then there will be a problem.
to maintain peace and security within the Kolmani oil field. Experts believe that host communities play an important role in the success of the operations in the petroleum. Therefore, government and all other stakeholders must guarantee legitimate rights of the host community. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
Now for a look at the foreign scene, where the military has foiled a coup attempt in Sao Tome and Principe. The Prime Minister of the island nation of the western coast of Africa said in a video message. 4 men, including former President of the outgoing National Assembly, Delphine Neves, tried to attack army headquarters overnight, Prime Minister Patrice Trovoada said in a video message. He said Neves was one of the several people arrested. A resident said she had heard automatic and heavy weapons fire, as well as explosions for 2 hours inside the army headquarters in the nation's capital. In the video message, authenticated and sent to AFP by the press office of Sao Tome's Prime Minister, Trovoada was seen sitting at a desk saying he wants to reassure the population and the international community. Military personnel were deployed overnight to secure the homes of members of the government and the president, according to the resident who spoke to AFP. And now to sports, where the United States outplayed more fancied England in a goalless stalemate at the Albait Stadium on Friday. USA will rue a flurry of missed chances and poor finishing in the game as the two teams shared a point each from their second Group B match of the ongoing FIFA World Cup in Qatar. A draw meant England are yet to secure a place in the round of 16, despite retaining top spot in the group standings after 2 rounds of matches. England have 4 points from 2 games through a win and a draw, while the USA remain third with 2 points from 2 draws. And that wraps up Trust TV News Update for this hour. For more news, you can subscribe to watch us live on YouTube and, of course, follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for watching.